Sally, and this is my granddaughter, Shailene. We're here today to show you how to bake your Thanksgiving turkey. So if this is your first time to bake a turkey, please watch my video. But if you've been baking a turkey for a long time, please also watch to get some really great tips on how to have a very juicy and tender turkey.
And also, please watch our video on how to make the sweet potato casserole, which we had the same aprons in the last video, because the sweet potato casserole is for Thanksgiving and Christmas, like I said last time, and so is the turkey.
Yes, the turkey will be for either your Christmas or your Thanksgiving meal. The turkey that I purchased is free of antibiotics. That's the turkey that I like to get. So if you purchase a turkey that is frozen, put it in the not the refrigerator, but you can put it actually in the refrigerator for a day, and then put it in some cold water. Leave it in the sink for probably about 2 to 4 hours. And after the 2 to 4 hours, feel free to check on the turkey, make sure that it is defrosting properly. After that, then you go ahead and start taking it out of the wrap. Now that your turkey is out of the wrapper, lift this right here that's holding the turkey together. Take it apart.
Wash your hands before.
Absolutely. And you'll be able to tell if there's still a little bit of ice. In this situation, you can tell that there's a little bit of ice. So again, run your water with cold water. Get your knife to just poke on it a little bit. Careful not to cut yourself.
Gross.
Remember, there's ice in here, so it will be cold. That's just ice. Just throw it out. I cut it with the knife. I was able to get some out. And it's just a matter of playing with it. And it's okay because the turkey is not alive. And what's stuffed in here is the neck. And take that out. And it looks like I already got most of it out. The next thing you do is you flip the turkey over. And you get the giblets out, which the giblets are on the back side in a bag. I usually throw out the liver because I don't really care for it, but you're more than welcome to keep it. What I do with the neck and the giblets is I cook them so that I can make some giblet gravy. Do not pull this red gauge out. It will tell you when your turkey is ready after it's been baked. Now, before you put all the spices, if you're going to stuff your turkey, make sure that you clean the inside. Add your stuffing. Please be sure to watch my video on how to make homemade stuffing and organic homemade stuffing. This looks so delicious.
Goodbye, celery.
Shailene loves celery.
Well, the organic kind.
The organic celery. Please make sure you give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you can watch all my other videos on cooking your nice meal. Now that you have filled the cavity with the stuffing, make sure you don't put too much because it will expand while it's cooking. Seal it like this and add kitchen twine to keep it in place. Then you add your salt, a little bit of pepper, season to taste with some other seasoning mixtures. Seasoned salt.
Yes, I was just about to say that seasoned salt is very good for the turkey.
And seasoning mix, Mrs. Dash is what I like to use. Plus, I like to add minced garlic, fresh organic minced garlic, please see my other video that shows you how to make the stuffing. I go into more detail on how to mince your garlic. Add some organic onion. This will give it some nice flavor. Your turkey, you can put it, believe it or not, upside
chicken
down.
broth. And also we have it in this pot with chicken broth in it.
There you go. Then this other cavity on the back of the neck can be filled with some more of your homemade stuffing.
This is melted butter.
Now that you have filled the cavity, again, leave some more room to expand and tuck it all in. And now what I've done is I put some more twine, some more of this kitchen twine to seal this under the wing and right on the back of the neck. The reason I have the turkey upside down is because all the juices from the back of the turkey will go all the way to the chicken breast to make it very, very moist. A lot of people complain about their chicken breast, or their turkey breast actually, that is very dry. This will prevent that from being dry. So that's a really, really good tip that I started doing many, many years ago, and people always compliment my turkeys. And now that we've added the spices and the minced garlic, and add the onion, we put butter at the bottom, and now we're putting butter, or actually on the front side of the turkey, which we turn upside down, and add some other pieces of butter.
Yum.
What I did is I cut 2 strips of foil and I spray it with olive oil, organic olive oil. The reason I do that is because I have an 18-pound turkey here. So just remember, if the lid is going to be touching your turkey, make sure that instead of putting the lid on, you use foil and start giving it a tent-like look. And seal it all the way around. And now we're ready to bake our turkey.
Can't wait for the turkey to be done. She makes the best turkey.
Oh, thank you. I like to put it in the second to the bottom rack, take out the top rack, and it's ready to bake. Follow the instructions on the turkey that you purchase, because it's going to depend on the amount of turkey or the size of the turkey. I like to cook it at 325. That's what the instructions say, for probably 1 to 2 hours. After that, I like to slow cook it so that it can even be more moist. Don't forget to check up on your turkey, because you want to make sure that there is liquid, juice at the bottom, because if not, it will dry up the chicken. So that's very, very important. Be careful when you open this up, because it has steam all locked in there. So be very, very careful to check it. Then it's looking really, really good. Use your baster gently. To make sure that your turkey is nice and juicy. You're taking your turkey out of the oven. Let's check to make sure that it is cooked by inserting your thermometer in the deepest part of the turkey, and it should read 165. That will tell you that it's cooked. And let's check. It's perfect. It's at 170, so you're good to go. I've gotten my serving platter, put it over the roaster, and I'm going to flip it over to place the turkey in. See how this popped out? That means your turkey is ready. And it's a beautiful big turkey. So don't forget to remove the stuffing that we made earlier Don't forget to watch my video on how to make the stuffing, this delicious stuffing. Thank you so much for watching our video. Now you have this nice home-cooked turkey. Shailene has her own turkey over there. But this is a nice, beautiful turkey that you can surprise everyone because now you know how to bake a turkey.
The best kind.
And you have your homemade stuffing.
The best kind.
The best kind and the most moist with your natural gravy.
And again, the best kind.
Whether it's giblet or natural gravy, they are all delicious. Hope you enjoy your meal with your family, with your loved ones, and hope to hear from you soon. So watch our next video. Thank you again and have a blessed day.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
To our channel. Thanks again.
Bye.
Bye.